Grand day, grand rising family. Welcome back to Yvette's View. And today I just want to give you a moment of gratitude from where I am in my gratefulness. Today, in this moment and in this time, I am so thankful and so grateful for being back to myself, being back to the mindset that my attitude is my gratitude, and being grateful for the present that I've been given today. I'm so happy to be back and to be back in this space, in this mindset, that I had to come and share with you that it was just a brief moment in time, and that moment was needed for me to appreciate being back in the space for myself that keeps me in an uplifted mindset, a mindset that anything is possible, a mindset that whatever I'm putting my mind to, I'm not giving up. I'm going to continue to keep going. Yes, I'm going to continue to have maybe some hiccups here and there, but it will not stop me. It will not, paralyze me to the point where I can't continue to go. I'm grateful for my mindset that I'm grateful for another day of breath, another day of movement. I can't say that enough, because I think sometimes we tend to take that for granted, and I don't ever want to take movement and my mindset and breath for granted. I want to be appreciative of every moment that I'm able to and exhale freely on my own. I'm so grateful for that. And being in this moment and in this moment in time today, it's just, I'm in awe of being back and grateful for being back, because the hiccup that I had, the last post that I put up was emotional, and I was in a place that was not in my highest self. I was in an area that was in a dark place, and it almost felt like I wanted to stay there, like something literally was pulling me further and further down so that I couldn't move, so that I couldn't propel forward, because woe is me came upon me, and I'm not this and I'm not that, and I'm not here and I'm not there. I'm where I'm supposed to be at this time and at this moment. I am in the right place at the right time, and I'm staying in that moment and in the moment of attitude of gratitude through it all, even when it felt like it wasn't working, even when it felt like I was alone, even when it felt like there was nobody here to support me but me. And sometimes that can be a lonely road, but I have this song that I love to listen to called Breathe. And there's a part in there where she sings that you're in this, sometimes you're in this race or this world or in this space, and it's alone, but it's your purpose. It's your time. It's where you're supposed to be. And it's like sometimes you don't want to always be by yourself, but sometimes sometimes it can be the best thing for you to be alone and be by yourself and be able to listen to the words that's coming from you, to nurture yourself with, and spirit. It's about just being able to tap into your spiritual side, that whatever it is you're choosing for your spirituality, that you tap into, that works for you. I'm grateful that I'm going to stay where I am because it's working for me. I even still was able to get a lesson and learn from being in that dark space, for being in that, even recognizing that that's what that was. Because you have some people that don't realize or recognize when they're in that dark space. I have things that I do when it comes to meditation and even what you would call prayers that I do that assist me. Whomever I call upon at that moment, at that time, whether it be one of my ancestors, whether it be my dad, which I definitely call on him a lot. My grandmother, I call on her a lot. And who else would I say that's no longer with me that I can go back to and tap into some of the things, my grandfather, that I would, call on to, because he was someone that when you watched his life, he was a staple of, he was going to be who he was unapologetically. And through my time of that dark space, I had to tap into him and be okay with not being perfect, and I think for me, because part of me always tries to have this perfect thing, and you hear people all the time tell you, don't worry about being perfect, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, that's easy for you to say when my whole way of how I used to think and be was everything had to look a certain way. Everything had to be in its perfect, place. And if it wasn't, you weren't good. So I'm grateful for my 2 words that I love that has literally saved me from a lot, which is that allow and release. I stand on that allow and release and gratitude. Those are my 3 go-tos, family, that help me when I'm feeling, unappreciated, or when I'm feeling like nobody really gives a rat about what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, what I'm saying. It has to mean something to me. For the most part, family, I'm just grateful to be back to self. And also, don't want to forget, happy spring equinox, happy new year to all. March 21st, when that happened. I want to shout that out to all of you that are on that calendar of March 21st as the actual new year. Happy New Year. And also during that time, there was a transition happening. I wanted to be kind of ready for it. I wanted to be on this upbeat side. So I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm grateful that that downtime came before the new year. I wanted my new year to be how it is. Upbeat, with, things in mind of how I want to go forward. Even more determined now to stand on my square. Even more determined to never give up. I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and I just wanted to share that with you guys to let you know, man, it is so good to be back in this feeling. That other feeling, it was needed so that I could appreciate this one. I'm grateful. I'm telling you right now, I'm grateful for that time, that emotional time, because there's people out here that really, when I tell you, the mental mindset, that's why I'm grateful for my mindset. I say, because there's so much distractions out in the world that can literally steer you to just almost lose your mind, and that will take you down a road that will make you feel like it's not worth being here. Life is worth being here. It's meant to be experienced. I'm so glad to be in this evolution of life, and this evolution of love, and this evolution of just living my life unapologetically and standing on my square regardless of whoever doesn't like it or like it. I have to be okay with me at the end of the day. If I can look at myself and say, whatever I decided to do that day, I'm okay with what I accomplished and what I did, and I can rest easy and I didn't harm anyone, or all I can say is I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And all I want to do for any and everybody who's going through any kind of mental sadness or downtime, you can change that reality if you choose to. It is a fight. I'm not going to tell you that it's not. You are going to have to fight and scratch for yourself if you're worth it to yourself. I've come to the part in my life that I am worth scratching and digging through all of it to get up to this point where I can smile, where I can laugh from my gut and be happy with it. I'm so grateful that I am in that space, because that other space, it wasn't cool. I didn't like it. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Because like I said, it was happening to me. That mindset was literally pulling me down, even when it was time for me to go to sleep. When that was happening, I was like, I can't rest if this mess is going on in my head. And I wanted to say another word, but I'm not. Keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it straight. I'm gonna keep it cool. But that was not. It was not a good. It was not a good feel. It was not a good place. But I'm grateful now that I have moved from that place back to my attitude of my gratitude, back to loving life and willing to experience what's next, and taking life not for granted, but taking it as the present that it is, and being grateful for that present that I received today, which is my breath, which is my movement, and my mindset. Those three are key for me. Let's not take those things for granted, because you have a lot of people that's mindset is not in a good place. Talk to somebody if you can. If you can't talk yourself out of it, find someone you can talk to that you trust, that will be there to listen to you, not always give you information, but sometimes when you just talk things out loud, you can find your own answers for your own self just from your own mouth. That was my experience. Talk to yourself. It's okay. You ain't crazy. Because guess who has the best answer for you that you know you can do, because you're with you all the time? Who would that be? Huh? Just asking. Who would know best for you than you? I'm just here to give you my testimony, if you will, testament of what consistency will do for you if you continue on, and if you have the will to want to continue on, and know that you're worth staying here, and you have something to offer to someone else in this life, even if it feels like you don't have anything to offer. Trust me, you do. Somebody's going to benefit. And with that being said, family, I'm going to cut it off here and ask you not to forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that word all, so that you're notified whenever I post a video. And love you to life. And with that being said, family, have a fantastic day. Peace.